Hi, Stacey. I'm so excited to talk to you about becoming the new co-chair of Lupus LA. And we've worked together for a little bit now. Tell me about your journey and why you chose to take on this leadership role.
My journey began in regards to the board when you and I met. I had been involved with the board. I had been at fundraisers. I'm a donor. I'm a patient for many, many years. And then Susan, when you became the executive director, you and I went to lunch, and I was really impressed with the direction that you wanted to take the organization and thought that we could make a great team. And I love working with you and the organization. And I've really watched a lot of growth over the years and very excited about taking the organization to the next level.
Hi, Maurissa. Congratulations on becoming the new co-chair of Lupus LA. Can you tell us about your journey with the organization and what motivated you to take on this leadership role?
Thank you. Well, firstly, I'm thrilled and honored to be here and to be working alongside Stacey and you and everyone else on the board, everyone else on the team. I had attended Lupus LA events over the years, and I've always been so impressed by their advocacy and by all the wonderful people that I've met in the Lupus LA community. But I've especially appreciated their areas of focus because that speaks to me as a patient. I'm a lifelong lupus warrior. I've survived lupus for 3 decades now at this point. So the strength of Lupus LA's patient outreach and their support is something that I personally have depended upon over time. And so now to be in this very awesome position, I just hope to further that in a way in working together with all of you.
Well, I think what's so special with the both of you is that while Stacey has been on the board a little longer, you both come to it not just as patients, but as people who have attended events and people who have been part of the organization. And so to have your own vision and sort of your own goals and bring them into this, changing and growing organization is very exciting to me and for the rest of the board and the staff, because it sort of breathes new life into the work that we're doing.
And I think that's what is very unique about our board specifically, is that there several people, if not all people on the board, have either a personal connection to or experience with lupus or other autoimmune diseases. And so I think just having that personal touch in our organization is it's so important to me. It's why I was drawn to the organization in the first place. And I do think everyone can speak to it from their heart as opposed to just, they're speaking to it from their heart.
Yeah.
Is enough of a quality that is very, very unique and special.
It's one of the ways I always describe this board, having worked with other organizations, is that everyone on this board is either a patient or a parent of, and the commitment and the passion to serve this community is super personal, and it comes out that way in the way that we treat our patients and we treat the patient community.
I think everyone on the board, whether you're a patient or a caregiver or a parent, is the personal experience. It's not just from a textbook. This is hands-on. And I really think that differentiates us from other organizations.
Yeah, I agree completely. So in that, what are you both looking forward to in the year ahead? So Stacey, I'll ask you first. What are you most looking forward to sort of having an impact on or working on?
One of the things that I'm super excited about is really reintroducing ourselves to the community. We really have been online. It's been very difficult for Lupus LA to survive. I'm proud to say we did survive COVID. So getting out there, reintroducing ourselves. I think there's a lot of change to be had, a lot of great change. Not that things were bad in the past, but I think change is good, change is growth. And one of my passions really is raising awareness and letting people know that no one fights alone, that we are here for them, and providing the advocacy service. Those really are my passions within the organization.
So Maurissa, what are you most looking forward to in the year ahead?
Having some fun.
Yeah.
Having
We're out.
yes, having some fun with our community. But no, along the lines of what Stacey was saying, it is sort of getting us back out there, getting us back out into in-person events and community events. You know, obviously this goes without saying, the pandemic was so challenging for everyone in the entire world, and specifically for Lupus LA. But there was a bright side in that we switched to online, and that was able to expand our outreach quite a bit. And I think what we can do now is take what we've learned and take that outreach and how we've built that sort of growth in our community, and now implement that into more in-person tools and events and such. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And because Stacey and I are patients ourselves, I think we can bring our personal knowledge. You know, don't get me wrong, lupus will blindside you no matter how long you've lived with it and no matter how you're able to process it and understand it. But I do think together we can take what we've learned over the years as patients, as survivors, and with the organization just sort of share our knowledge and our experience with the entire community. And that's what I look forward to.
I love that. As a patient, as somebody in the community, what would you say makes Lupus LA unique?
First and foremost, I think our patient services, and as well as they've really expanded, as Maurissa said, from the pandemic, with our digital content, having a reach internationally. We offer emergency grants. We support the future, our future doctors. We're supporting fellowships. We're involved with research, as lots of organizations are. Our support, I think, hands down, is the best. As Maurissa said, first, we're coming from our own experience. And if we can help people with the things we have gone through personally and make their journey a little easier, I think that's wonderful.
Maurissa?
I really appreciate Lupus LA's size, because to me, I feel like our ability to do things more on a ground level, on a personal level, there's a strength that we have that I think other organizations do not. We all have the same goal, and that is to find a cure, obviously. But I do think we have that personal touch. You know, we've already touched on that, but I do think that that is really one of our greatest qualities. And I just hope that we can further that now that we are in this new time, post-COVID. I think we're really going to hit the ground running with kind of new innovative ways to further expand our outreach. And I just know I myself, because I have lived with it for so long, I've had a long time to process what it means to live with a chronic illness. And I've talked to so many people over the years, because I'm not shy about it. I'm not shy about what I've lived with. I'm not shy about what I've been through. I've had so many flares over the years of pretty much every organ. And I've shared that experience with so many newly diagnosed people. And I do think that is the scariest part of being, you know, suddenly your life has been turned upside down. And I do think we have a very strong, you know, our community support groups and stuff is something that I think is very helpful for people who are newly diagnosed. So I just hope that me and Stacey can bring our personal knowledge to what we've dealt with when we were diagnosed, how we've survived it, and bring that to those support groups too, or other avenues of showing support.
I think one of the things that's so important that our board has, that you guys have, is respect for the community. I have tremendous respect for the community and really listening in real time. So you're right, our challenge of being small is on one area, but the other places, there's very little bureaucracy. You know, we communicate within the board, we make decisions, and serve the community in a way that we feel they deserve to be served. And so having the both of you lead in this new time and new year is exciting to me, because I think the one thing that I think we really, many things that we have going for us, but one thing is that we are nimble, you know, we're flexible, we'll take on something new. And if a patient has an idea or a support group, the board is so incredibly supportive, and we're able to pivot, which I think was a very big part of surviving during this pandemic. What message, Stacey, would you like to send to the lupus community as you step into this new role as co-chair?
One, that I'm honored to be in this role, as well as being side by side with Maurissa. One of the things I want to tell everyone, our community, is that nobody fights this alone, and we are here for you. And I think that's also another thing that makes us different than other organizations, is that with our size, as Maurissa mentioned, we are able to have that one-on-one with patients, which to me is invaluable. And if we can make a difference in those people's lives, then it was a success.
Well, my partner Stacey definitely covered it. Like, I'm just going to echo her sentiment. If you're out there and you're struggling with a new diagnosis or just struggling with symptoms, you are not alone. We are here for you. We are going to do everything we can to work towards a cure, while also having fun and bringing our community together. I am just so beyond thrilled to be here, to be healthy enough to take on this role. And so I'm going to milk this healthy streak for all that it's worth, and we're going to have a great year ahead.
Awesome. Thank you both. I'm so looking forward to working with the two of you. I know how passionate you are about this community. I'm excited about this team, and I'm confident that we're going to do not just great things, but important things that serve this community. So thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.